which kind of speaks volumes on its own inconsistencies and delusion on its own. But as you can see here, right? Booms.
Box. I mean, look at that. I thought y'all said the Trojan horse didn't work, man. And look at that. We got 5 Xbox games trending on even your own platform. I thought y'all picked up exclusives. Poor little Astrobot. Ain't nobody wanna buy it. We too busy playing Indiana Jones 4s and Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Ain't nobody care about my exclusives. You know? I mean, I'm about to start calling the PS5 the Xbox Series P, where you have to pay for the same games that you can get through one subscription service on Xbox, man. Like, I mean, come on, man. You guys know it ain't a PlayStation 5. It's called the Xbox Series P, where you don't actually get the premium aspects of what you get on Xbox, and you have to pay for everything.
Stating this is the future of PlayStation, and
I thought y'all didn't like everybody games, though.
Your talking point on today's
Look at this
episode of
Look at what they played on
Live
PS5,
with
man.
my-
But I find it so funny because when people was playing these games on Xbox, they sucked, they were trash, ain't nobody want one. But yet you guys are playing the same games that people are playing on Xbox to the point where it's even charting on your own console. What about the exclusives? What about Days Gone, We Master, Last of Us Collectors? Oh yeah, that's right. Nobody cares about those games. And you ponies know it.
Sell, see money, and on, right? Shows the link, and he's referencing Snap Blast. Xbox continues to dominate the PlayStation storefront as 50% of top 10 games from Xbox. Okay. How do we break this down? At that time, right? The PlayStation Store, top 10, whatever, half of those being Xbox games that, again, they acquired by already being famous and
That's not true. Because nobody knew about Indiana Jones. What are you talking about? That game wasn't famous. Now, mind you, the IP is, but then people can say the same thing about Spider-Man. Well, Sony was obviously successful because they used the license of Spider-Man. I mean, you can't use that as an argument, bro. Because nobody knew if Indiana Jones would be good or not.
Popular IPs, right? That's the biggest takeaway.
Well, so how come the popular games on PlayStation 5 are not the exclusives that you guys claimed as to why people picked up your platform in the first place? Like I said, man, Phil Spencer was right. Everything's an Xbox. Even when you pick up a PS5, you're still picking it up for the same games that you can play on Xbox. And what's even more funny, you can play them on Xbox with quick resume and all through one subscription service. I mean, at this point, you guys are paying more to be a pony, or should I say a fanboy, than if you just went out there and bought an Xbox to do the same thing you're doing on PlayStation.
This, just newsflash for Boom and all the others there, Snap Blast and all of them. Newsflash, this is what third party is. Congratulations.
Well, see, but hold on. But PlayStation is also putting their games on PC. They're not seeing the same success. Matter of fact, Patapon and all those other games going to Steam, and including the Nintendo Switch, which I think it would be a lot more successful there. But let's be honest, those games are not going to be successful even on your own platform. Even if they dropped on Xbox. I mean, you do have third-party games coming from Sony, and guess what? They're more successful on the PC. They're not successful on your platform. Matter of fact, Helldivers 2 is way more successful on PC than is even on your own console. So even when Sony decides to put their games on other platforms, well, guess what? Nobody wants to play them. That's why people out here bashing Marathon, which is also dropping on Xbox. And guess what? Nobody cares to play it. That just goes to show you that nobody cares about PlayStation exclusives or even PlayStation IPs for that matter.
Having super popular IPs that are available on multiple platforms, you're going to see an uptick on each ecosystem.
Yeah, but we're talking about the PlayStation storefront, though. You know, we know that these games are successful on Xbox, PC, but I'm saying these games are taking over even your own storefront. And you out here capping, oh, of course it's going to be accumulated because it's counting all the other... No, it's your storefront. Xbox continues to dominate the keyword. Should I underline it for you? The PlayStation storefront. How are you going to sit there and argue this?
Continuously, that's not news. This is not a W for the hardware side of Xbox.
Oh,
right?
here we go with the whole, oh, now the man's crying. Oh, we ain't got no game.
This is not this is not anything to comprehend in regards to that. This just means they're doing a good job being a third-party publisher.
And Sony clearly isn't doing a good job themselves, because even when they drop games, well, for some games, but they're doing better on other platforms than they're doing even on their own. Like, what was that, Black Myth Wukong? Well, that's not their game, but still, they're better on PC. Helldivers 2, which was one of their games, did far better on PC than it did on console. So that also shows you that nobody picks up the PS5 for what you guys claim that they picked it up for. Clearly, it's for third party. And now we know Xbox games. PlayStation games are, at the bottom of the totem pole. Those are not the games that people are picking up on PS5. Because you know why? Nobody cares about them. Look at poor little Astrobot crying in the corner. I mean, at this point, you got me fighting robots in this community because I'm running out of content creators to talk about.
Sure, a third-party offering to all platforms and ecosystems. Congratulations. I mean, if you consider that a win, congratulations. Again, we're talking about corporate bootlicking at this point. When you're a third-party publisher, are you cheering on EA? Are you cheering on because you got to shill and grift? You got to continue there. But we'll only mention PlayStation and Nintendo. Yes, Nintendo fanboys are out there defending the prices, defending the minuscule remasters and upgrades.
But y'all doing the same thing, though. See, this is what I'm saying. It's the hypocrisy. Y'all want to sit there and say that the upgrades that Nintendo Switch 2 owners are supporting is any better than what you're doing on PlayStation. Now, mind you, I'm not going to sit there because I can look at it from both perspectives, but I'm going to throw the Nintendo one when it's convenient to throw it out. And at least in regards to fanboys. At least with the Switch 2, now I'm not damage controlling and I'm not supporting that aspect, but at least their games are at 60 FPS. Higher resolutions, higher frame rates. Do you get what I'm saying? These are the things that you guys have advocated for. Oh, 30 or 60 over 30, right? Frames over games. These are the things that you guys have stated, going from PS4 to PS5. And now all of a sudden you got a problem with Switch 1 owners going from 30 FPS games to going to 60 FPS with Tears of Kingdom and Breath of Wild. It is literally the same exact thing, bro. And you guys out here capping for it. Oh, we don't need all that. But you still pay $10 for these upgrades. So I'm just doing it for the DLC, though. That's all. What are you talking about?
Pass and hardware accessories and whatever the
case.
Oh, yeah.
Like the VR2 and the PlayStation Portal that nobody really cares about. Yeah, a pony talking about accessories is so hypocritical to me.
It is, right? For a past generation hardware powerhouse kind of response, right? And then we're talking about how now you're probably leaning towards PlayStation gamers upping up the, Xbox first-party games and being all hyped up for them on the PlayStation ecosystem again. If any PlayStation...
Yeah, I mean, you guys said that Xbox had no games, though. This is something that you guys have been pushing out in the community for quite some time. Just to find out that the same games that were on Xbox or the same games that Microsoft owns are the same games that you guys are willing enough to buy. That's why you're port begging for Halo and Gears. You guys have been saying that these games have been trash for years. And now all of a sudden you want to play them. You guys are asking more for those games than asking for a new Uncharted or even a new Last of Us at this point. I mean, let's be honest. The PlayStation 5 ain't nothing but an Xbox Series P.
Most PlayStation gamers, if they truly wanted those games, they would have played them on PC, they would have played it on Xbox, they would have bought an Xbox console. That was not the case. That's a problem. It's having your cake and eating it too on a PlayStation right now, right? You're sitting here and you encompass...
And which cake is that? Because the last time I checked, it seems like you guys are overpaying for that cake. You're paying full price money for games that people can access through one subscription service. These are the same dudes that hyped up, oh, we got RoboCop. Oh, the game's been available for over, 2 years? I even went out there and supported it, and y'all went there and played it through a subscription service, talk about, oh, it's not important. But then if it's not important, then why would you give the people that made RoboCop the money? But no, you guys played it through PlayStation Plus, right? Exactly. So don't come here with this garbage talking about we don't play our games through subscription service when you guys do it just as much as the people do on Xbox.
What's happening in that ecosystem? What's happening? You are getting Xbox first-party games on there. Of course, it's that forbidden fruit, like I've mentioned in past videos. It's that forbidden fruit you get to try out. Again, I kind of had some bitter taste in my mouth in regards to Grounded when I jumped on that. Not a big fan. bitter taste in my mouth with Sea of Thieves.
And you bought it. Oh, yeah, that's right, because you can't play online. I forgot. PlayStation ponies are not good at online multiplayer games, so that's why when they bought Sea of Thieves, they dropped it like a bad habit.
Lesson learned there. Some people warned me, it's all right if you got friends to play with, which I did, had a group, played with it.
Yeah, because you guys didn't know how to play the game. Just admit it. We know that. Sea of Thieves plummeted because PlayStation owners can't play an online game to save their life.
But it just got so boring. Just wasn't for me. For those that enjoy it, fantastic. To taste the bitterness in my mouth, I have not.
Well, it was 2 cash outs that you did with Microsoft. You think they care? You still gave them the money.
Went out and bought Indiana Jones this time, even though I heard...
Wow. This man just bought 3 Xbox games. Look at this.
Good things about it. I still haven't bought in Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, he hasn't. Okay.
If Gears or Halo come over, we'll see what happens, but I'm not even pre-ordering or buying Forza 5 at this time because I just don't care. If I get to it, I get to it. My backlog's huge, and this, I think, goes for a lot of PlayStation fans. And
no, it doesn't, because if it did, then their games, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you literally make no sense. Oh, most PlayStation fans, we're not doing it. Bro, didn't you just see the thing? It says the 50% of the games are on PlayStation and the top 10 charts are Xbox games. That's exactly what you brought up. So when you sit there and say, oh, PlayStation fans are not doing it, they are doing it. You're just not doing it.
Is like, hey, there's forbidden fruit. I might test the waters, check it out. That's great. Again, cake and eat it too. But again, it's nobody like overhyping. If anything, it's trolling. It's poking fun because Xbox did the wrong thing. You guys didn't listen. We have plenty of receipts from Gaz and others that sit there and say, oh, well, this wasn't going to happen. It ain't never going to happen. The egg on the face, and then to turn around and act like you know what's going on, that is not the case in the slightest. And
you know what? Hold on, guys. I don't want to hear from him no more, man. I want to see for myself. Okay, we got Elder Scrolls. We got Forza. Look at that. The 2 top games. Look at this. Look at that. MLB's there. That's good. But look at this. Oh, but it's pushed through premium. Okay. Look at that. Look at where Sony dudes giving their money. So we got 2. Look at this. A game that you could have already played on Xbox, but okay. Wow. This is what y'all playing? Look at this. Look, they can't wait for the new college football. Look at this crap. This is what PlayStation 5 gamers are playing. Another Xbox game. Actually, Overwatch is an Xbox game as well. So hold on, let's count the list. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Xbox games. This is ridiculous, bro. This is 6. Look at this crap. Look at what y'all playing. I thought y'all bought this for exclusives, and the only exclusive they got is Day Gone Remastered. This is pathetic, man. They're gonna price this up with Split Fiction, which is actually a new game. You got 6 Xbox games here, man. What is going on, bro? Look at this. Microsoft's taking over your own storefront. Where's the exclusives, man? Now, let's see what exclusives we got. Like, if we're talking about exclusives, we're talking about games that are only on PlayStation. Because let's not forget, this is multi-plat at this point, right? So let's see. What PlayStation exclusive is in the chart? Days Gone Remastered. That is it. You're trying to tell me that this is all Sony has been providing for y'all? Is Days Gone Remastered? A PS4 game. Let's see. Maybe I'm just tripping. Oh. I mean, you guys are getting beat out by PGA. You know what, man? I'm done. You PlayStation fanboys want to sit there and tell people that I picked this up to play exclusives, and yet the only game that's exclusive is Days Gone Remaster. And that was a game that came out on You know what? I'm done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, man, this is nothing but the Xbox Series P at this point. The Trojan horse has been completed.